Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Marlu. Thank you guys for watching. This video is 25 things I've learned in 25 years. So let's just get started because I'm a good rambler and more than likely I will start rambling in one of these points. Number one, it is what it is. This is my favorite rule of thumb. I literally say this to myself all the time. Sometimes it's backfired because, unfortunately it is something I don't want it to be, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I say this to myself just to not stress out about things. Just move on. If it's out of your control, you can't change it, you can't fix it. It is what it is. Two, something I've learned about myself that I guess has taken me some time, but maybe my family members have known my entire life, is that I need attention. And it's okay. It's okay to come to terms with the fact that you need attention, but just make sure you know what type of attention it is you need. I just personally like to converse with people and have a conversation where we're both actually paying attention to each other and we're not on our phones or something. And that's taken me some time to learn how to give other people my attention as well. Number three, don't take things too personal. Or just don't be too serious when you're having some conversations. Sometimes people say things and they have no clue that they're going to offend you, or they're probably not even trying to offend you, but just try to take it easy and not take things so personal. Like, relax and take a breather. Number four, this is so important. I think just being an adult, this is very, very important. You need to learn how to write an email. Just take the time and learn how to write an email, because I've had friends or acquaintances that I kind of know send me emails and I'm like, what the fuck? Learn how to write an email. Super important. Five, this has probably been one of the hardest things for me to learn, and it's learning how to listen. And the reason why I feel that a lot of people might find this hard, it's because you always want to prove a point. You're always trying to prove that you're right. And I know for me, that was a hard thing for me to learn. And till this day, of course, I'm still learning it. Learning how to be quiet and listening to people and just taking a step back instead of having an immediate answer and barking right back at people. Number six is probably one of my favorites. You do you. This is my favorite because, you're saying so many things with just 3 words. You do you. Stay in your lane, focus on yourself. It's not selfish to love yourself and trying to be the best version of yourself. It's actually a good thing and it's very refreshing. So Number 7 is enjoy your family. I think it is what it is, just enjoy your family. Spend quality time with your family. It's always great having a great time with your friends or dedicating the weekend to yourself and going out and doing fun adventures. But it's also great to spend quality time with your family. Try to at least dedicate one day or maybe a few hours of each day to maybe call them or just catch up with them. I've been fortunate enough to visit both countries of origin of my parents, and it was great. It's very nostalgic and it's very refreshing getting to hang out with my family and just getting to know more of where I come from. Do things that you're passionate about. I feel that a lot of times we waste our time on things that we probably don't like doing, and we get frustrated because we don't love what it is that we're doing. And I totally understand, the dream is free and the hustle is sold separately, and sometimes you have to either take on a job or do things that you don't necessarily feel passionate about. But it's okay, as long as on a daily you're working little by little on building your own little empire, and whatever it is that you're passionate about, just make sure you're doing it. Whether you're passionate about working out or hanging out or bettering yourself or getting to where you're trying to go in life, I feel that it's very important to just learn to do it and just have fun with it. Wake up every day happy and thankful. This is something that I've made it a mission of mine to make sure that every day I wake up in a good mood. And up until now, I have accomplished it. I cannot say that I ever wake up angry, because I don't. Every single day I wake up in a good mood. And of course, there's things that happen in my morning. I might stub my toe or maybe hurt myself brushing my teeth. And of course that pisses me off in the moment. But I make sure that every single day I wake up happy and I'm thankful for everything that I have. 10. This one is super important. Learn to make yourself happy. There is nothing better than you being happy by yourself and with yourself. You can't rely on other people to make you happy. You can't even rely on your dog to make you happy. You need to make yourself happy, and you need to learn to love yourself, love your flaws, love everything about you, and learn to just be happy by yourself. Listen to music that gets you going. I feel that this just ties into waking up in a good mood or just making yourself happy. Of course, you know, I love to listen to depressing music that gets me all up in my feels, but it's very important that you listen to music that, from artists even, that inspire you or just empower you and make you feel like you're just a boss ass, you know, and just like some Cardi B or some hip hop or some reggaeton, whatever it is that gets you going, listen to that genre of music. Number 12, learn how to slay. I think that this took me a few years, actually. When I was little, I was very insecure with myself, and I had, like any other girl, you know, I had body issues. I had a unibrow. I used to get bullied over that. And little by little, I learned to overcome it, and I learned to just do me, stay in my lane, and slay. And by slaying, I feel that slay is a very new term, but you know, it just all sums up to just being confident with yourself. Just learn to love yourself in every aspect, shape, and form. 13, I learned how to start my own business. I launched my own business at 22. Here it is. This is my 2 variations of my business. I have a small eyelash business that I launched in 2015. And I think I started with this idea in 2012. And it took me a while to really get my head wrapped around it. But I think that I've known I've wanted to have something of my own since I was fairly young. And you know, before I used to want to become a designer, start my own boutique, but as I got older, got a little more realistic with life, and this is what I love. Lashes is something I eat, sleep, and breathe, and I feel very passionate about, and I hope to turn I hope to make this my empire and something that I live off of. Educate yourself. I feel that this is just important with anything, you know, you can learn something new every day, whether it's a new word or it's a new word in a different language, or Googling something random. That's just something that I love to do. Like, I don't like not knowing things. So I'm the type of person, and sometimes it might be annoying to my friends or family, but I'm the type of person that if I don't know something, I'm like Googling it on the spot because I need to know what it is. Like, my favorite story to tell people is how a French fry came to be. Google it and educate yourself and learn something new today. Learn how to block out negativity. This is something that took me a while to learn, just because, you know, like I mentioned before, when I was younger, I used to get bullied for my facial features. And as I got older, I just learned to just let it like roll off my sleeve and just dust my shoulders off. Like, I'm so oblivious to negativity sometimes because it's like I just don't give it the importance at all. Like, it's not something I need in my life. It's not helping me grow, and worrying about it isn't making me money. So bye. Reassure yourself. You need to learn to reassure yourself of who you are, where you've been, and where you're trying to go. I am an overthinker, and it's still something, of course, I'm working on, and I hope to get better within the next few years. But it's important to reassure yourself of who you are, what you've accomplished up until now, because I do feel that a lot of us get so caught up in the how things are supposed to be by this age, or what it is you're supposed to be doing by now. But remember, whatever it is that you're doing in life, you're working hard, and you're working hard towards something. And if you're not working hard and you catch yourself, you gotta get on it, okay? And you gotta just check yourself all the time and make sure you are doing what needs to get done. This also ties in with number 17, which is taking spontaneous trips. This is something I've gotten way better at this year. I actually started this year traveling a lot. Well, what's a lot to me, and of course what fits in my budget. But I think it's important because it's refreshing. It definitely takes you out of a daily routine, whether it's just like a weekend trip, or maybe just a hike somewhere else, or just a drive 3 hours north or 3 hours south. Just go out there and explore and learn new things. That's a lot of fun for me. Learning the difference between being in love and being infatuated, because there's a huge difference. I'm gonna leave that up to interpretation because, of course, it's different for everybody, but something that took me a while to learn. Learning how to sleep on it. If you are nervous or hesitant about something, what I do is I just sleep on it. If I can't make up my mind, normally I'm the type of person that I work on impulse. I do things like, and I want things now, and sometimes I'm kind of impatient. But if it's something important, or it's a very important decision in my life, I just sleep on it. And I wake up in a good mood, refreshed, and then I think about it a little more until I make my final decision. Learning to be patient. This is something I have definitely improved on, and I hope to get better. But before, I used to be that type of person that I was very impatient and I wanted things to happen my way right at that instant. And then, you know, life happened and I learned I can't always have it my way. Although I do work on having it my way all the time. But when it comes to just relationships, whether it's a love relationship or a friendship relationship or just relationships with my family, I learned that I have to be patient, and you know, good things take time, and it's actually way better that way than having things rushed. 21. Something I learned at 21. Do not mix drinks. And by this I mean do not mix drinks. Do not mix hard alcohol with soft alcohol or two different types of hard alcohol, because you know the consequences aren't the best. But it's something I've learned. How to network. Learning how to network is just learning how to talk to people, learning how to grow within your business, or just conversing with people that are either in your same realm or are trying to do the same things you are. Do not feel intimidated by people that are doing better or have things, or may seem like they have things together. Don't be intimidated by it. You know, learn how to talk to people, learn how to learn from people, you know, because sometimes I feel that when you see someone and you think that they have everything that you want or that you need, you may feel like envious, or you may feel pushed back because you don't want to talk to that person. But it's like, dude, learn from it. Do not be afraid to learn from other people. Admire, empower, and help other women. This one is so important, and I feel that I learned this through pageantry. I started doing pageants, I think, at 16. I started doing pageants at 16, so oh my gosh, it's been 10 years. Wow. Whew. Feels a little different. But yeah, I started doing pageants at 16, and I started working more with women. And I feel that unfortunately in our society we're taught that it's hard to work with women, just because, you know, all women have very strong personalities. But it's like, dude, it's not hard. It's really not hard to work with women. Take that back, actually. Some women it's hard to work with, but you know, just like I said, stay in your lane. And if it's someone that you feel that you can learn from, or someone you can help and empower, it doesn't cost you anything. You know, there's enough for everyone, and we're all just trying to make it. That's it. That's it. Learn how not to get played. And I mean this in every aspect of the quote. Do not get played. Do not get played at work. Do not get played in a relationship. Do not get played by your friends. What I mean is, you know, example, let's say work. Do not get played at work. If you're applying for a job, make sure that you are asking for raises. Make sure you're asking questions on how is this job good for you? You know, because sometimes I feel that when we're applying for jobs, we're slightly intimidated by what can I offer this company? It's like, no, what can this company offer you? How much can they pay you? Make sure that you are putting a good value to your job and your work ethic, and you're just getting it done. As well as in relationships. Relationships, I mean by friendships or family relationships. I feel that to me, don't get played just means don't get stepped on. You know, there's a difference between wanting to help people and then letting people take advantage of you. Do not let that happen. You're worth way more. Trust. Number 25. I've left this one at the end just because it's something that I've recently learned and I'm still working on. And it is, the best way to remember someone that has passed is by, I can't say it, I'm crying already. I'm a big crybaby, guys. Okay, I did not want to disclose this in my video, but I'm a big crybaby. 25. The best way to remember someone that has passed is by practicing what they taught you. And that is something that I am learning and working on this year. And I mean, we have a month left in this year, but unfortunately someone very close to me passed away this year, and it's been hard because I've never had someone that's been so close to me pass away. But little by little, I'm working on it, and that was something that someone said to me. They're like, you know, I understand this person has passed, but the best way that you can remember them is by practicing what they taught you. And that's it. That concludes my 25 things I've learned. Of course, like I've said, I have learned a lot more, but this is just things that have stuck to me and I actually practice all the time. I mean, I wouldn't want to create a video of things I've learned and lie to you guys and tell you guys things that I probably don't even do. But of course I want to keep it as real as possible. Hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you.